I'm really interested in Hmong porn, not corn,
Corn,
Yeah.
yeah.
not corn,
P-O-R-N.
porn.
Yeah.
Hmong porn.
Yeah, before the podcast, she had mentioned that. I was like, corn? I was like, oh, yeah, that's my field.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so I'm actually really interested in Hmong porn, but not as it like relates to America, like more so like
Okay.
in Laos.
Yeah, in Laos,
and
for
how
sure.
it's being like filmed and distributed like within like the Hmong community here in the
Yeah.
United States. But like not so much like the porn itself, like maybe like the critique of the porn and maybe the critique of men in general, because like I think like for Hmong porn in Laos that's being like made in Laos, like the audience is oftentimes Hmong men in America, older Hmong men, and so yeah, like questions that I have is, you know, like does it further perpetuate misogyny? Does it further
Right.
perpetuate Hmong patriarchy? Why are Hmong men oftentimes like concealed
Yeah.
in these porn? Why is the woman?
Oh, is it? Is it? I've not watched Hmong porn, and that's
Yeah,
something I will need to tune in and watch.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
they are concealed, the guys, a lot of times.
Guys are
Oh, really?
like there is a couple of Hmong porn, and I don't know if it's made by the same person or not, but
Does it look like the same production style?
And I guess to premise this too, like we talked earlier, and you said there's like a whole production behind this thing.
Oh,
and
yeah,
distribution.
absolutely.
There's gotta be
It's
a
not
ton
just
of
some
money
guy
behind
filming
it,
it
too.
on their phone, right?
No. It's like a guy with a real like professional camera and like maybe like one or two like assistant, and it's like a storyline that's like made up. It's, you know, I mean, it's a whole production.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a whole ass
Yeah.
production.
Okay.
And so like there is this one very specific one that I can think of at the top of my head where like the guy is like fully clothed. He has on a wig, he has on a hat, he has on glasses, he has on like a fake beard, and he's like in the shower and he's
Yeah.
like getting wet. Like, and he's like fully clothed, but then like the woman is also in the shower with
Yeah.
him, and she's like fully naked, and she's like, you know, she like you can make her out, but the man is not, and it's like it's so wild because then you're like, wait, like how
They
is this?
speak in there too.
They
It's
speak
Hmong?
in. They speak
it
in.
Lao or like-
No, they speak in their Hmong, and then they also like, yeah, like they like have sex on like Hmong tapestry. You know, like
Wait.
it's like
Yeah,
so
honestly,
wild.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
right?
But like you said, that's a whole ass industry, right? That's
Right?
a whole industry.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you're like left going, oh my god, like here are these things that are like I've always been taught that these things are sacred, and like why are people like defacing like these tapestries? But then also like I don't know, like I think it like then like further. I think for me, like it like further questions like this idea of like sacredness, like
Yeah.
with like in materials too, like right. So there's like all these like layers, yeah, and people make them, and then they like you can buy them at Hmong Village and
Right.
Hmong Town Market, and you like they're not on display. There's like like
Are they
it's, like,
DVDs?
they're like
Are
DVDs.
they, are they like USB thumb
VHS.
drives?
No. They're
Okay.
like full on movies, and like and they're hidden, and you have to like not ask for them.
Right.
Wow.
It's
See, that's crazy. Yeah, because when I first heard about it, or when you first mentioned it, I thought it was just something on somebody's phone, like just a quick
no.
like minute video. But
But I could see how it would be catered to an older Hmong man audience for sure, right? Because I'm just speaking for myself
yeah,
as a
not really what I'm.
not really
searching
what I
out,
would
yeah.
tune in for. Not really what I would
And I'm
tune in for.
open-minded. I like to
I
watch
wouldn't
all
tune in
things,
for that one as
but-
much.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll tune in for the production value.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's interesting. That's an angle that I've. How'd you
Yeah.
come across that?
Okay, so we have an uncle who used to keep his DVDs at our house, and I think I came across it by accident. Like I was in the basement,
Yeah.
and he had like all of these VHS, and I was like digging through
Yeah.
them, and I was like, "What is this?" And
Yeah.
I think I remember like seeing it and being completely like baffled
Yeah.
by it, and then like going, "Oh, I wanna, what is this? I wanna watch it."
Yeah.
And then like watching it and go, "Ooh," and then I don't know, like, and then I'm just like, you know, like gradually as I get older, I'm just
Yeah, it
maybe
is a
little
whole
bit more-
industry. There's
Yeah.
money made. There's
Oh,
there's
completely.
there's people getting advantage of. There's
Yeah,
people
yeah,
who are making
yeah.
decisions that probably are not even unaware of how far
Right,
the
right,
reach of all this
right,
stuff is
right,
getting
right,
to.
right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's like for me it's like really wild to think about like yeah, so like I'm interested in like the critique like of like of the situation, like history of it and where like like how Hmong people are thinking about it and how
yeah.
Right.
and so like that is where the critique is for me and I don't know like what the outcome art would be, but
Yeah.
I'm interested in like the
Okay.
research.
So you don't even know if it's going to be a documentary style
No,
or like photographs or
no,
okay.
no.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm really interested in it.
yeah,
I
I'm definitely gonna tune in to like see the outcome of that. Just
yeah,
because
yeah.
like one, I'm a porn connoisseur for sure.
Of course, of course.
Uh,
I think everybody is somewhere along the line there.
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm interested in like, well, that's something that's like not talked about in our community, right? Is the exploitation of like young women over there,
Mhm.
and the kind of like the age discrepancies
Mhm.
of like the performers. I don't even
Mhm.
know if you
Yeah.
if you can call them performers, right? Because
Yeah.
I guess there's like
I guess it depends
a
how comfortable
level
you
of
are with the
consent.
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like I don't know how much consent is actually
Yeah.
given. Like, are people getting paid for this
Right.
stuff? Is it just people getting exploited? I don't
Right,
know.
right.
Yeah.
So
Tough to know.
I don't know. Can you call it porn when it's unconsented?
No, you can't.
Right?
I don't know. Like technically, yes, but like if it's
Like for
somebody's
just
not consent to it,
Yeah,
it's
that's
rape.
it's rape,
violation.
right?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
violation of
yeah, yeah.
somebody's
Yeah.
personal
Yeah,
rights.
but also like I think like my hope would be that like I don't know, and maybe this is wishful thinking on my part, but like that like the people going overseas to make these videos are asking like questions that are not going to be that are asking questions that are going to be that are not going to get them like
Yeah.
jailed.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's obviously like no matter where you are, if you are, videotaping a minor having sex, it's child
Yeah.
pornography,
Right.
right? And so I hope that they're asking the right questions, and I think and I think that there is a consent, like however small or however big it is. I think that is very evident in the production, just simply because
Yeah.
the camera is right there and the
Right.
lights are right there, and
Yeah.
it's a whole production,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But I also like I wonder too, like it's so fascinating, right? Because like Hmong people just don't watch porn together collectively.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's such an individual thing and it's such
Yeah.
a private
Yeah.
thing. And I wonder if like, that even makes like that even matters that the woman is like fully exposed,
Right.
or
Right.
and then I think about the men
Yeah.
who are in these porn who are like fully clothed. Like
Right.
there is like
They're hiding.
right.
Yeah.
And there's like a sector in like porn in general where like men who like in uniform like there's a niche for that
Yeah.
that's somebody's kinks, but
Yeah.
like I don't think like these men are working or operating on this niche. They're operating on the idea of like shielding themselves,
Right.
Yeah.
which is like fascinating, right? To like think about that.
Yeah. And I would say, man, I don't know how much we want to leave in, but there's a genre of porn, right, where I think like it's usually typically like white men going into um, the Southeast Asia, right, and I think and shooting with hookers, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah. Like in
Um,
Thailand and
so, and I'm not. I want to be careful about. I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to be careful about things that I say. But like, okay, so what's the difference between that and what you're gonna do a document or what
yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because this already exists in other communities,
Right, right.
right?
Yeah.
So what is the difference like why is it so bad when it's our community
Yeah.
that goes in and do it?
Yeah, I mean, so like I guess like I'm not operating on this idea that it's like bad.
Yeah.
I'm curious
As to
in
why
as to like I'm curious about like decisions that
Yeah.
are made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like why are men concealing themselves?
Right.
Like
yeah.
why is there like a concealment in these men? Because because technically like you can have like a POV like porn,
Right.
right?
Right.
Where like the person viewing the porn can be made to feel like they're the ones performing,
Yeah.
but it's not like that at
Yeah.
all. It's not a POV.
It's full on two
Yeah,
characters.
it's like
but
two
one's
characters.
dressed and one's
Yeah.
not.
Right, and
Yeah.
so like that
What's
becomes
up?
like
There's an
right,
imbalance there.
right,
Yeah, there's the imbalance.
right? And so
Yeah.
like that for me is like really fascinating.
Yeah,
And thinking
it
about
is
like,
because it speaks to me as if like it's okay to expose one person but not the other, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, is that like part of like patriarchy, like
Oh, for
within
sure.
our
I
community?
think there is definitely for
Yeah.
sure.
And then also like where's the kinks in that?
Yeah.
Like how is that sexy?
Yeah.
I don't like I
No.
don't know. I
Maybe I gotta
really
go talk
wanna
to
know.
Hmong. I gotta go talk to Hmong OG and be like, hey,
Not
do
just
you
watch
still
it,
want
dude, just watch it yourself, man, and see.
Yeah, no, but I want to go. I want to go talk to the other Hmong OGs out there and be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, listen, I saw a video where the Hmong OGs stay dressed. Do you stay dressed? Is that a thing
Yeah.
that I don't know about? Do I need to
Yeah.
stay dressed
Yeah.
after the age of 40?
Totally.
You
I
know,
don't-
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe I'm just
yeah.
behind. Maybe I just don't
Right.
know that you
Yeah.
stay dressed after 40 as a man,
Yeah.
as a Hmong man specifically.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah. So so
Yeah, so it's I don't know.
I like
don't know,
that,
the topic is really cool just because
Yeah.
like this is an ongoing issue, not just the porn side, but the idea that we have I guess older people with money and privilege going back into the
Yeah.
old country and kind of
Right,
taking
right.
advantage of that, and now they're recording themselves or
Right.
they're like almost documenting or
Yeah.
incriminating themselves
Yeah.
essentially. So it is interesting as to like why
yeah.
they're doing stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, so like,
that is
I
a
mean,
cute-
we can like even like push this back further, right? So like in like 2015, there was this sort of really big boom in Hmong men going overseas and marrying Hmong Laotian girls, right? And like, why was that happening? Well, like I would say that through my research, Hmong men were going overseas because there was this sort of understanding or this feeling that Hmong women in America were too westernized, and that they had too many Western ideology, and that they wanted to
Demands
find
and-
right
yeah.
and and that they needed and they wanted like a Hmong woman, whatever the
Right.
fuck that is,
Right, right.
And but also like the thing that was like fascinating for me was that like before the explosion of Facebook and technology and internet, like in Laos, there was like really just one website where you could go and you could like look where like you can make this connection, like Hmong American men and Hmong Laotian women. And it was this website called Toshia.com. And it was like a
Really?
very simple
Oh
Like
my!
early
I think
2000s?
I heard about that.
It's
yeah,
like a
yeah. That was
very-
like a joke going around back in
yes,
the day. Yeah.
it was like
Okay.
such a simple website, right? Where like you can like if you're a Hmong Laotian girl or woman, you can upload your image and you can onto this website. You could put down your phone number, and among men, like among American men with very to no like technology, like that is like completely like technology illiterate, can, as long as they know how to type the website, they can type this website, and as long as they know how to click on a few things, they can literally scroll through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of images
Right.
of Hmong Laotian girls. Whatever girl they like, all they have to do is put their mouse on top of it, and then like the phone number is there. They can make this call, right? And so like I was like really like fascinated by this website, but more so by like the way so in this website there would be this like every day there would be like a top 100 where
crazy.
well thought of.
Right,
Better, this
right,
is better
like
than my website.
okay,
Yeah.
so like a top 100 where
Yeah.
like the hottest girls or the hottest images
Yeah.
that like were clicked. So like there, and this would happen. There would be hot like today's hot picks, and there would be like this week's hot pick, and I was like. I was like obsessed, like freaking OCD about going there every day to look at the top 100 and looking at like all the images. for like a number of reasons, but more so like one, because like photography, right, visuals, and then two, the ways in which Photoshop was just discovered in Laos, like like during that time, and so like people were like photoshopping their faces onto images, and they were like warping their faces, and they were like whitening their skin. Like I just like there was like this sort of explosion of like Photoshop that like I had never seen before, and so I was like really interested in that, and so I would like go every day to look at this website, and I would just like look at all the like top 100s, and what I realized and what I and the thing that like completely blew my socks away was like, okay, like, well, the images that are being picked are like these are like oftentimes of like these like Hmong women who are in like these like Western like outfit, right? Like scantily clad, sexy clothes, who's like, you know, who has like these like Western European features, like mostly like this sort of elongated nose, the eyes, the mouth, right? Like the sex appeal was very like Western, and it was like really interesting to like hear a Hmong guy go, oh yeah, like Hmong girls in America, like they're too Western.
Yeah,
and,
but
like,
they're
too modern, and then they're like going overseas, and then they're like the things that they are that they say that they're not attracted to are actually the things that they are attracted to, like visually, and that's like, and that to me was always like an oxymoron.
But that proves a big point. That proves a big point, because I do think that I've noticed it. I do think that there are a lot of Hmong men that cannot handle a very independent thinking Hmong woman. They are afraid of it, right? They're afraid of it. It's too much for them to handle. They don't respect it, you know, versus like, and whatever, to each their own. But to me, I respect that a ton. Actually, I want that. If you're not that enough, to me, I'm like, be a little bit more Western.
Right.
Be more independent on your own. Like that's what I seek. So I'm not talking shit if they're seeking otherwise, but there's definitely a lot of that I see.
Yeah. And you always wonder, like, who are these men like traveling and making this trip? You know, and it's usually.
Well, that's where the meme comes from. Whenever you get a picture and then the caption is, "Who uncle is this?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who uncle this?
Yeah. I mean, I would say that like in 2015, like it was a lot of older Hmong folks, and I would say like now.
But there's there's a lot of young guys.
There's a lot of young guys, like a lot of
20s,
like
mid-20s,
absolutely, right? And so like I feel okay, so